some more cars back out here with more to come. Spoke to Ben Harding during the week. Congratulations to Ben and his wife. They've just celebrated the birth of their first little baby. So Ben's been off deck, obviously, getting the car ready in between. But we hopefully will see Ben in the next hour out there in that new black and green colour scheme for the Phantom chassis Corvette. Brent Emerson out there in his new Shelby Mustang that we briefly saw at the end of the night here a month ago. Craig Cardwell back out there fresh from his opening night feature win. They've got some little problems sorted out as we go to green with the mighty Super Saloons here at Baypark Speedway. Again, it's going to be a little bit greasy early as Kristen Vermeulen found out. Last start feature winner. Gavin Dyer already up into the lead. Down the back straight goes to the outside of Jared Fletcher. John Roberts also returning in the 43. Another one of the Hypermac chassis back there. Brent Emerson, fresh from Burger King Series duty last weekend in Wellington. We'll talk a little bit more about that when we get a little bit of quiet time down there with Barry on the infield as well. But just some settling laps, just getting the top knocked off the racetrack. Gavin Dyer with a very, very good race car out in front. The Pro X chassis Corvette. Go back to Jared Fletcher, Kristen Vermeulen, Philip Gladding in the big Hypermac Corvette. Dean Waddell, first night back. Got the engine back late last night, 4 a.m. Ducked down to Paddy Tonga on the way back down to the mount here and got some installation laps in this afternoon. Matt Smith making some moves. Here comes Cardwell. And Carl Hanlon gets into the side of Waddell, who spins in front of Donovan. That'll bring out the yellows. All right, so just getting the restart order sorted out. Jared Fletcher and Kristen Vermeulen. Track's pretty heavy out there at the moment. They'll be going through a fair amount of tear-offs further back in the pack. Just looking at the front of Emerson's and Cardwell's cars.
Because Gavin Dyer too, opening night down here, Jamie, the car didn't, from memory, didn't even finish a race all night. Second meeting, the one that I missed, won all three, both heats and the feature.
Yeah,
so,
it was awesome, and they had a little motor problem late in the afternoon too that they didn't know if they were actually going to be able to run. They got on top of it, and yeah, that new Pro X Corvette was very, very quick. As we go back to green, 8 laps left to go. Current lap record for the Super Saloons. They may get to it a little bit later on, but 16.07 from Brent Emerson set here during the Super Saloon Series round last year. Oh, Vermeulen loses power. Down the back straight, Emerson goes flying up the inside, so does Cardwell. Vermeulen's just sort of stranded mid-track. Gets back on it, but just like it went flat down the end of the back straight. Emerson is flying, but so is Dyer out in front. Here comes Cardwell. Emerson to the inside of Matt Smith. Matt Smith's first night back. And that self-built Hypermac copy to the inside goes Brent Emerson. Mustang versus Corvette. Here comes Craig Cardwell. Nearly got into the side of Brent Emerson. And we've got a tango up at the other end of the track. Waddell with front end damage. Fletcher's in there. Gladding's in there. And the 53 of Mark Hutchins. All right, back to green. Lights are off. 6 laps left to go. Matt Smith looking strong. Emerson, Cardwell with a great restart. Gets to the outside of Emerson. Carl Hannon lying back there in the 5th position. Emerson to the inside of Smith again down the back straight. Smith is not lacking for horsepower in the big shed. Emerson, though, gets the run. Big slider into turn number 3. Dyer just working the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Emerson. Former 2-time New Zealand Super Saloon champion Matt Smith, one of the young pretenders out of sprint cars into Super Saloons, has been so impressive over the last couple of seasons. Here's Cardwell to the inside of Smith. Just gets his nose shut down as he heads into turn number 3. Hanlon working that high line. Go back to Russell Donovan, Vermeulen, Nigel Mowat struggling up there on the top side. Hutchins and Jared Fletcher. And there's a few parked on the infield. Obviously Roberts has figured out he's got another problem with that race car. It is parked on the grass. Cardwell now works on Emerson. Former North Island champ versus a New Zealand champion. But Dyer's got them covered out in front. Here's Cardwell to the inside. A little bit of a touch on the exit. But Cardwell in that new Gorge chassis Corvette. Ford power. It's actually got a Ford Taurus front clip on it. So it is just a monster. Oh, Hanlon got into the back straight fence. He's going to retire to the infield. Out of turn number 2. Slap the concrete. Spins around. Emerson just starting to fade now. But it's still Gavin Dyer out in front. Fastest lap has been a 17.45 from Cardwell. 17.45 seconds as this track continues to speed up. White flag comes out for Gavin Dyer. Heat number 1 for the Super Saloons. Looking for his 4th win. Look at the left front hiking through 1 and 2. Cardwell's got Emerson covered. He's starting to gain on Dyer, but look at that thing of Dyer. It is just on rails. That left front hiked in the air. 88. 8H, 7, 46, back to the 71 of Russell Donovan, 53 Mark Hutchins, 12 Kristen Vermeulen, 63 H of Nigel Moat. You have not got Upper Valley PTA on there. Brown.
That was specifically for Roger Bailey, the promoter.
That's shocking as we go to green with the Super Saloons. Heat number 2. Russell Donovan gets the initial jump from the front row. Matt Smith's going to pull up alongside. A little bit of contact off, but Smith gets through to the lead. Look for a better run here from Dean Waddell. First night back in that new green and black Phantom chassis Corvette. Craig Cardwell back out there in the Cardwell's Racing Supplies 8H. Carl Hanlon has made it back out there in the Jackson 66 after his problems in the first heats. So Matt Smith looking for his first win of the season. Jared Fletcher with a half spin over there through 3 and 4. Oh, Smith had that backed in big time through 1 and 2. He managed to gather it back up. Watch Brent Emerson. He's shadowing his way through traffic. Goes around Dean Waddell in behind Nigel Moat. Hutchins is upstairs in the 53. Matt Smith is backing in that car like a wingless sprint car. Cardwell through to the 3rd position. Brent Emerson right there with Moat in the 7M Mustang. The big blocker Matt Smith thundering around Baypark Speedway. 17:01. A new, no, 16:0. I got a little excited there because I was looking at the Saloon lap record, but 17:01 is still quick. I was just about to say new lap record, but it wasn't quite the case. Would have been for a Saloon car, but these things got about 300 or 400 more horsepower. Matt Smith now starting to get away from Donovan. Cardwell, Roberts didn't have a great run in the first heat. Hutchins, Emerson, Moat. So Emerson's got by Moat for that 6th position. Problems for Jared Fletcher again on the infield in the Spray Pump Services 8M. He rejoins, but has lost a lap. Dean Waddell side by side there with Dyer and didn't get a good run into 1. Dyer's moved up into the 8th position. He started a long way back. He started his first heat up in front with the inversion for the 2nd heat. And Waddell parks it up next to the fence through 3 and 4.
Yeah, I think something might have broken in that front end again, Jamie. So it was the right front last time. The left looked a little bit strange this time going in, but that may have been because the right front broke again, of course. Yet they're running about equal pace. So
yeah, Donovan runs a lot less stagger, more of a late model setup, but he's going to get Smith here off the restart. Smith was a little bit sleepy. He gets it back up and running now, but look how hard he gets that car into the turns. A little bit of contact behind between Cardwell and Hutchins. Hutchins just got into the left rear of the Cardwell's 8H. Roberts still in 5th. Emerson 6th. Here comes Dyer. He's up into the 8th position. Just looking at the results from the first heat as to who will be the top qualifier. Cardwell with a 2nd and at the moment a 3rd. Dyer back there in 8th as Hanlon spins off into the infield. Matt Smith won't be too far away with a win here. He finished 4th in the first heat, and Donovan with a 2nd and a 5th. So it's going to be pretty close for the top qualifier. Brent Emerson was 3rd in that first heat. He's back there in 6th at the moment. Now goes to work on John Roberts for that 5th position. But Matt Smith has things under control out in front. Into the 16:88 for Matt Smith. 16:88 for Matt Smith. He's got a good half second on outright pace over Russell Donovan at the moment. Go back to Cardwell, Hutchins, Roberts, Emerson, Moat, then back to Dyer, Gladding, Vermeulen, Fletcher and Hanlon. Just watch Hanlon by himself. That's worth watching. So 2 laps to go. White flag about to come out now. 1 to go for Matt Smith. Donovan, battle for 3rd. Hutchins has gone around Cardwell. That's a big pass. But it will be 46, Matt Smith, first night back with a win in Heat 2. Donovan, Hutchins, Cardwell, Roberts, Emerson, Moat. certainly is very, very quick.
And if you want to watch something exciting, I think watch Carl Hanlon coming through from the back.
Yeah, that could be worth the price of admission. Here we go, 18 laps. Cardwell on the inside, Matt on the outs, Matt Smith on the outside. Here comes Dyer with him. They're still side by side down the back straight. Emerson didn't get a great start. Nigel Moet jumped them around the outside. Emerson comes back up the inside to fourth. And Hutchins just got into the left rear corner of Emerson 7M. This is all on out in front. Matt Smith drives around Cardwell. Cardwell's trying to live there on the bottom. Gavin Dyer back there in third. Emerson, Moet go back to Hutchins. Side by side Hanlon and Gladding. Hanlon making a great start. Cardwell goes around, half spins. Hutchins got into the back of Emerson and it's shed the bodyweight, broken the right front suspension. Broken the right front suspension on the 53. He goes to the infield. It was Cardwell that half spun. Hutchins with nowhere to go ran into the back of Emerson. Has it done damage to the back of Emerson's machine? Smith leads from Dyer now second. Moet back to Emerson. Cardwell back up to the fifth position. He's got around Gladding. Oh, Hanlon. He backed that in like a wingless sprint car. I don't know how he missed getting into Jared Fletcher. Fletcher must have looked sideways and he's got the eyes like a pair of saucers because Hanlon's right rear was just about in the cockpit. Dean Waddell finally getting a clean run. It's been a pretty ordinary night for the former national champ. Pulls the slide job on Kristen Vermeulen. As Matt Smith goes upstairs, chased by Gavin Dwyer. Moet now under pressure from Emerson. Cardwell playing catch-up. Some sparks coming out the back of Emerson's car. I wonder if Hutchins getting up underneath it, it's just pushed something maybe onto a brake rotor. Is Emerson trying to get down the inside, trying to get the drive off? That Valvoline Mustang of Nigel Moet's been getting quicker and quicker every show. His third meeting here at Baypark for the summer. New Marty Halcrow built chassis, but it's Emerson up into the third spot as Gavin Dwyer not giving up here, chasing down Matt Smith. Might be giving up a little bit of horsepower in cubic inches, but the advantage is that car will be a little bit lighter in weight. And we got one around, Vermeulen. That'll bring out the yellows. That's going to help Craig Cardwell. So Matt Smith out in front for this restart. Emerson again ducks to the inside of Dyer, who was much better. And how did Emerson not get into the door of the Corvette? Chev versus Ford. Smith didn't get a great run off too. And here comes Dyer and Emerson. They're just about making it three wides. Oh, that is spectacular. Emerson to the inside of Dyer. May get a chance to get to the inside of Smith. He's just carrying momentum through the middle of the corner. Emerson should clear Dyer here. No, drives back around him. This is a continuation from that second heat, which is one of the best heat races of the summer. Dyer may be able to split both them. Emerson to the inside of Matt Smith. Emerson takes over the lead. Smith dives down the inside, trying to get the slider going himself. Emerson to the top, Smith through to the lead. Here comes Dyer to the inside. Wow, what a sequence in that last lap. Emerson low side run off four, got up the inside. Smith just slid up in front of him and took back over the lead. Emerson back to the inside of Dyer. These guys are racing just amazingly close, and there hasn't been one slight piece of contact in this battle for the lead. Emerson's trying to get that bottom to work now. Back and forth, it's still Moet ahead of Cardwell. Gladding into the sixth spot. Chased by Gladding as Emerson got up into the wall, ran wide through one. It's cost him 8-10 car lengths. So it's Dyer's turn now to launch the challenge on Matt Smith. That 2 to 3 laps, some of the best laps you will ever see in Super Saloon racing. Dyer all over the back of Matt Smith. Just 4 laps left to go here. Emerson you'd think would need a yellow. Cardwell trying to come at Nigel Moet for that 4th position. Dyer looking for his second feature win. Smith looking for his first on his first night back for the 2012-13 season here at Baypark Speedway. Smith just loosening up. Dyer can't get the drive off the exit of the bottom. Emerson is slowly closing. Fastest lap on that last lap was Dyer at a 17.70. 2 laps to go. Here comes Emerson. Here comes Cardwell and Moet. Emerson is closing. Matt Smith was the fastest on that last lap. Dyer trying to get the run. White flag coming out. Emerson trying to kick the Mustang straight. Minimise wheel spin. So's Craig Cardwell in that battle for fourth. Dyer needs to launch this attack. One last go. He runs wide off the exit. Here comes Emerson. That takes the pressure off Smith as John Roberts is smut up and there's a cloud of dust in front of the leaders. Down to the checkered flag. It will be Matt Smith. Dyer, Emerson, Cardwell got up to fourth. Nigel Moat, Gladding,